Hello there. It's me again. Um, I'm doing this video because I have a lot of things on my mind, and I have to get it off. I had to speak my piece. I had to say what I had to say, and just let it go. Okay? There's so much that's going on. We still dealing with the coronavirus, and now we dealing with cops killing us, basically. Okay, and if that's not enough, we dealing with some Judas. And what I mean by that, in the Bible talk about Judas with Jesus. Judas betrayed Jesus. Judas is the person that will smile in your face and pretend like they for you, and the whole time behind your back they working against you. And I say that to say this. I found out yesterday about this girl, woman, whatever you want to call her, who be doing these videos. I seen two of them, but she did plenty of videos. But I seen two of the videos. She did a video on Aubrey, and then she did a video on George. Let me get comfortable here. I'm in my car. In both videos, she was talking negative about both of them. Talking about they was criminals, and like Aubrey, why he was in the property, that he had no business being there, and blah, blah, blah. He was up to no good, and blah, blah, blah. Okay. But remind you, they show other videos where other people was going in and out that property. White people. Because it was an open property. They didn't have no locks or anything. Only thing they did have in there was cameras. But they didn't have no locks. The doors were wide open. So people was walking in and out just looking at the property, like seeing what they doing with the property and blah, blah, blah. But being that he was black, he shouldn't have been doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this. This is what she was saying. And then the fact that the guy that was in the street, he like was tussling with him. So she said that he started it, that he was tussling with him. He shouldn't have done that, and blah, blah, blah. You don't know how you gonna react. First of all, you don't know how you're going to react when you in that situation. Someone holding a gun to you. You might be one of those people that react and go, oh, ah, and be scared and do nothing else. But you might be also one of those people that react and automatically you become in defense mode. Meaning that you defending your life now. Okay? And then the next video she did on George, she said that he had drugs in his system and he was a criminal, and she don't know why we using him as a model, like we lifted him up like he was all that when he was nothing but a criminal and he had drugs in his system and blah, blah, blah. And then she went on to say that, let me get it straight. She went on to say that we, as black people, is the only people that we tend to protect the less desirables, the people that's up to no good, and defend them. Okay? And first of all, let me get one thing straight. If you do the crime, you need to do the time. You know what I'm saying? That's my philosophy. But I will defend what's right and what's wrong. And what is wrong is for this man to lose his life in the street like that, to be murdered and be on camera being murdered. You actually seen when he took his fucking last breath. And for someone to say something like that, even they got a heart of steel and they don't care about anybody, so things like that don't affect them, I don't know. But me personally, that shit affected me. It affected me so bad because that video actually traumatized me, because I constantly replaying that video in my mind. That video is constantly replaying in my mind. And for you, Candace, Owens, for you to get on camera and then want to find the fault in these people. Yes, they had their faults. They wasn't perfect. You're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, you're not perfect. If we can dig in your closet and pull out some of those skeletons, you probably be looking all shady too. Which I'm going to dig in there in a few minutes and pull some bones out your closet in a minute. Just give me a minute. But anyway, my thing is, those cops didn't have to do that to him. He wasn't resistant. You could see when they took him out of his car, got out the car, they handcuffed him. He wasn't fighting with the officer. They took him against the wall, and then he sat down on the floor with his hands cupped and everything. Wasn't fighting or anything. Then when they were ready, they helped him up. He walked to the police car, wasn't wailing, wasn't doing none of that. Then all of a sudden, the next thing you see him on the floor with his handcuffed in the back. And this a-hole knee is in his neck. And he's screaming and crying, telling him he can't breathe. Let him up, he can't breathe. Like calling for his mother. And you even see him release his last bow. Right there. And for you to be so heartless, Candace, and seeing that, and then you're going to go on camera and say all that crap. Oh, I don't know why everybody doing all this for him, because he wasn't special, he was a criminal, and blah, blah, blah. First of all, you're a Judas. And the reason why I say that she's a Judas, because TYT broke the story. She being paid to speak negative about our black community. So to me, she's a Judas. Straight up. She thinks she's so smart, but at the same token, she being used and don't even know it. She being used against her own people, and she falling for it. And the reason why I say that to say this: there's this group that's called All Right. Okay. Barkley had an interview with him, with the leader, one of the leaders of the group, to ask him what is the group about. And he was like, well, it's about a white America. We want to make America white. meaning that we want all our race to go home, go to their country, go back to their country. You know what I'm saying? We can maintain America. We don't need them here, basically. Yes. So, you spying on your own community for these people. Because you're probably getting paid for them. They probably the one that paying your dumb behind. I'm just saying. And I just don't understand it. Because you think that people are doing all this because of George Floyd. Let me let you know. First of all, people are going wild, doing these crazy shit. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with them burning down shit. Robbing places, breaking into stores and taking their stuff, looting or whatever you want to call it. I don't agree with it at all. But I do understand it because I watched that video. I'm traumatized because of that video. But because I am deep rooted in the Lord, He keeps me. He keeps me sane. He keeps me with a peace of mind, that knowing that the day is coming. The day of reckoning. The day is coming. Trust me. So, people doing this because, you know, it's like, let me make an example. Let me give you an example. I was looking at the time. Let me give you an example. You know, someone keep poking you, and you can ignore them. They poke you, you ignore them. Then they poke you, then you ignore them. And then they poke you, and they just keep on poking you. And then finally, when it gets to that last poke where you just can't take it no more, you explode. That's what that video was. That video was the last freaking straw for black people. People just was fed up. Because we've been reading on news, we've been seeing on Facebook, we've been hearing it all the time. Every day we hearing it that cops are killing us. Now we literally see it with our own eyes. That was the breaking point. That's why people out there burning shit down. That's why people out there looting, doing all this crazy shit, because they don't know how to deal with the fact of what they seen. And to deal with the anger they feel within. And this don't make them bad people. It just make them angry. And rightly so. They should be angry. Because I'm angry that the fact that we live in the United States of America and we can actually, it's okay to watch officers to murder a human being in the street like this person is an animal. And then we get these Judas who want to look at what they did wrong like they perfect. You're not perfect, sweetie. Let me let you know right now. You're not perfect. Only person perfect, only one perfect, and that's the Lord. And for sure, you're not that. So, if you want to be one of those people that want to throw people pass up in their face, because that's what you was doing to Aubrey when you made that video about Aubrey, and that's what you was doing when you made that video about George. You were throwing a pass in their face. Like you don't have a past. Your life is rosy. You've been perfect all your life. You never made a mistake in your life. Liar. Because one mistake you made being a freaking Judas. Betraying your own people. For what? Some change? And that's what God talk about in the Bible. Love not what's in the world. You know what I'm saying? Know that you in this world and that, okay, you have life, but the things that you have in this world, you shouldn't be worshiping. You shouldn't be loving, because when you love these things and you worship these things, you will do anything to attain these things. Even lose your morals. And that's what you did. Lost your morals. And I'm here to tell you, shame on you, Candace, Owens. Shame on you. Because you're going to dig up these people's past and then say, oh, they not worth all this. Who are you? You don't know these people. You don't know their life. You don't know what their family going through right now. And nor you even care. But yet, you let the enemy pay you to speak these foul things against your own community. And you call yourself black. You may be black. But just like Jesus had a Judas, we have a Judas. And that's you. And Lord knows how many more. And I thank God that God showed me that, because I was starting to feel guilty. I was like, maybe I'm just being harsh. Maybe, everybody have their own opinion. But then I seen that freaking video and I was like, what? So this is not even her opinion. She being paid to have this opinion. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. It's freaking crazy. I'm looking at the time. It's freaking crazy. Seriously, crazy. And I just don't understand it. At all. I was going to do a live video, but, my brain is all over the place. I said I just wanted to speak what I had to speak and get it off my chest, because this mess has been eating me up inside, because I've been holding it inside, because I'm a person, I don't jump right out there and just say what I'm going to say. I'm a person that I take a step back and I look at the full picture. I see everything before I speak. And I wish more people would be like that. Take a step back. See the full picture. Understand. Then speak. It's all right to speak, because we all need to speak upon this, because this is not a way America is supposed to be. And for this all-right group talking about he want us to go back to our country. Hell, we don't even know what country we from. Because 400 years ago, you stole our ancestors, brought them here, and made them be slaves. Raped them, beat them, murdered them, sold their children. That's what you did. And erased their history. Now, here we are. knowing that we are American citizens because we are born and raised here. Our parents were born and raised here. Our grandparents were born and raised here. Why? Because our ancestors was brought here to be a slave. And their history was erased, taken away from them. So where do you want us to go? You gonna give us back our history? And another thing, technically, you talking about America is white people's. America don't even belong to your asses because y'all stole that from the Indians. The Indians reside here. And y'all came over here, stole it from the Indian, raped, murdered women, men, and children, and gave them diseases. That's what you did when y'all came to America. Destruction. That's what the white man does. Now, I'm not saying all white people is crazy, is bad, because I'm not a racist person. I judge people by their character. I don't judge them by the color of their skin. But that's your history. Your history is being murderers, rapers, and child killers. That's your history. And you took our history, and now you telling us that you want us to go back to where we came from. Please tell us where we came from. Please let me know. Because I damn sure would love to know. And for all those Judas out there, shame on you. Being paid to talk down about your own community, your own race. And when all this is said and done, and when they finish with their use of you, you're going to be thrown out like a piece of trash that you are. Because that's what you are. I'm sorry to say it. Jesus was nice to Judas. I don't have to be, because I'm not Jesus. Although I would love to be him, love to be like him, I understand. I'm not Jesus. I'm not perfect. And people like that, I have no respect. None at all. So, I just wanted to get that out. I'm sorry, I was all hyper. Let's bring it down. Peace and love in your heart will bring peace and love in your life. Be smart, stay safe, and God bless. And watch out for those Judas. Peace.